Part 2 of the creation of the universe, the origin of life. If you search for the theory of evolution, it is actually the theory of evolution by natural selection that will show up. The theory was proposed in 1859 by Charles Darwin, a British naturalist who tried to explain the origin of life with micro and macro evolution of single cell into all forms of life we see today, and all of that he wanted to answer was with this concept, natural selection. So what is natural selection? Natural selection, the process by which random evolutionary changes are selected for us by nature in order for the best adaptation to life. For understanding the natural selection process, first you have to learn about two other concepts in the theory of evolution. 1. Descent with modification. It is an observable fact that when parents have children, those children often look and behave slightly different than their parents, and slightly different than each other. They descend from their parents with modification. The differences found in the offsprings are due to their unique genes. Common descent. It is a concept that all the living things on Earth descended from a common ancestor, a single cell, through the descent with modification and natural selection process. It means through millions of years of modification in the genes of the living things and adaptation through the natural selection process, one living thing evolved and changed from one species to another and gave birth to all the species we see today. The evolution theory is taught in our higher academic levels, although the ancient scientists and philosophers rejected it because of one main reason: you cannot get order and complexity from random chaos alone. Despite that, there are other complexities to the issues of evolution too, like how an animal of a particular kind or species changed to another species or kind, or how did a species produce something different from its kind, although we haven't witnessed something change to something else or produce something other than its form or species. But more essentially, the biggest question posed by Islam to the Darwinian theory is that how can Darwinism explain a spiritual entity like a human who is equipped with commodities like love, innate judgment of right and wrong, the concept of what is morally good and bad, sense of mercy and justice. The Darwinian theory can explain the physical side of existence, but how can it explain the spiritual phase? In that regards, the Holy Quran has something to say again.